What's going on YouTube? Chun is here. I got another standard 4th generation battle for you guys today. This is against Echosofchaoz, who I found on Smogon, and we just decided to have a battle. He has a new team that he wanted to test out. He's definitely got some interesting choices as far as movesets go for his team members, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to lead with Gliscor. He's going to lead with Yanmega, and I totally freaked out. I go for the rocks, and he goes for the air slash. I've never faced a Yanmega lead. It's my first time actually facing one. And he's got the speed boost, and I really didn't know who else to go to other than Tyranitar. My thinking process at first was, well, at least Tyranitar can take hits. He goes for the protect to see what I'm going to do. And he's now at +2. He goes for hidden power. I believe it was fighting. I take quite a bit, but I do live it because of Tyranitar special defense in the sand. I forgot I even had flamethrower, and I realized it here, and I go for it because I was really tripping out. I don't have anything on this team with Whirlwind or Roar. I have guys with taunt, but that really doesn't help against Yanmega. So his Yanmega does go down. I really thought I was going to get swept by that thing. But anyway, in comes his Celebi. I'm going to switch out here because I know his Grass Stab is coming. He's going to go for the Energy Ball. I go to Flygon here because I thought this would be a physically defensive Celebi. And Energy Ball's a 3-hit KO. Actually, no, I got it confused with Grass Knot. Grass Knot's a 3-hit KO. But I take half, and I think it's some type of offensive Celebi, because I didn't think I was going to take that much damage. But in comes his Dusknoir. I go for the U-turn, and he was obviously predicting that, so if nothing else, I got switch advantage. So I go to Gliscor. I considered going back to Tyranitar to go for the crunch and get some damage, but I go to Gliscor to get the taunt off so I can cripple it and stop it from setting up a Pain Split or doing a Will-O-Wisp. But he goes for the Shadow Punch here, and this really surprised me, and it does quite a bit because, guys, you guys know how physically defensive Gliscor is. This is max HP, 40 defense, EVs, Impish Gliscor, and it still does around 70 to 80 damage, so that really surprised me. So I have to roost, and he goes for the Shadow Punch again, and I'm realizing that Sandveil is really not going to help because Shadow Punch hits no matter what. So here I just decided to get into a damage race with this Dusknoir and go for the Earthquake. He goes for Shadow Punch again. And because of the sand, the next Earthquake is actually going to take him out. And Leftovers was pretty key for Gliscor because they really reduced the damage and kept my Gliscor pretty healthy. So Dusknoir is going to go down to the Earthquake. And things are looking pretty good. I haven't lost any members yet. Actually, it's 6-4. He's going to go into Blissey, and I'm immediately going to go for the taunt because I don't want him doing a softball or Thunder Wave or anything like that, because my initial plan was to bring Tyranitar and finish this thing off. He tries to set up Stealth Rock. He probably forgot I had taunt, or maybe he just didn't think I would go for it. So instead of bringing Tyranitar in now and going for a superpower, I just decided to stay in with Gliscor and go for the Earthquake and try to bring this thing down until the taunt wears off, was the initial plan. But unfortunately, this Blissey's packing Ice Beam, and the Sandveil did not kick in. I thought I would live it, but I don't, which is unfortunate. So my Gliscor is going to go down, but he is still taunted, so that's pretty good. I'm going to bring Tyranitar in now, and a couple options I had. I considered Pursuit in case Blissey wanted to run. I considered Superpower, obviously, but in the end I just decided to go for the Crunch, just in case he wanted to switch out and bring something else back in. Maybe his Celebi, maybe his Dusknoir, I don't know. It was just in case, made the safe play there. He goes into Celebi. I tried to bluff here by staying in because last time I switched out thinking maybe he would switch, but he instead goes for the obvious move and just goes straight for the Energy Ball. and my Tyranitar goes down. Pretty unfortunate, but now I'm going to go into Flygon. Here I'm going to go for the U-turn. He actually decides to stay in here. At first I really didn't understand why, but in hindsight, looking at the remaining members of his team, he really didn't have anything else to take a U-turn. His last two guys are Shaman and Tyranitar, so they would have both taken quite a chunk. I go to Starmie here. He's going to go into Shaman. This Shaman actually really scared me. I'm going to switch out because I know a Seed Flare is coming. I go to Jirachi. I did a quick damage calc, and if it was a Life Orb offensive Shaman, I would have took around what I took just now. So he's probably Modest Nature, because it did about 25%. He doesn't have Life Orb though, so I got the special defense drop, obviously. And he goes for Leech Seed. I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon here. My plan here is to try to get a special defense drop, and if I do get one, Starmie can come in, because I know my Starmie will outspeed it by 1 point if it was timid, but if it was modest, it wouldn't have mattered. But anyway, he goes for Giga Drain. This really surprised me, and as soon as he did that, I knew what his plan was. He was going to try to keep his Shaman as healthy as possible between the HP he gets back from Giga Drain and the HP he gets back from Leech Seed. So this got really annoying. My Jirachi and his Shaman really got into it. I did get the special defense drop on the second Flash Cannon. So once I got that, I realized I was safe, because even if he takes Jirachi down, my Starmie's going to be able to come in and just one-hit KO with Ice Beam. I'm just going to keep going for the Flash Cannon here, and this will be the last one because he is faster than me. The sand kind of helped, actually. I'm really glad I got my sand up and my rocks up for this game, so he wouldn't get too much health back with Shaman, and of course there were other spots in the match where it really helped out, as you guys saw earlier. He's just going to keep going for Giga Drain to try to keep his health up as high as possible. Maybe he thought he could take an Ice Beam from Starmie, or maybe a U-turn if I decided to bring Flygon in. Not really sure, but because my Jirachi went down, he didn't get Leech Seed recovery back. I bring Starmie in now instead of bringing Flygon in, and just stick to the plan. Ice Beam, as I said earlier, will one-hit KO. Life Orb Starmie, Modest Nature. Really don't want to mess with it. But anywho, he's now going to bring in his last guy, Tyranitar. I go for the Hydro Pump here, but he does outspeed me and goes for the Crunch. That will obviously take Starmie down. As soon as I saw that, I knew he was Choice Scarfed, because there will be no way a Tyranitar will outspeed Starmie. So now I know he's locked into Crunch. I'm going to bring Gyarados in, get the Intimidate off, and I'm going to go for the Waterfall. He goes for Crunch, and that still does a lot even after the Intimidate. Tyranitar is just so powerful, does almost half. But I go for Waterfall here. I thought this would be a 2-hit KO, and surprisingly, it's a 1-hit KO. I couldn't believe it. And his last goes down, and that's going to be the game. But an awesome game, Echoes of Chaos. Hope to play you again, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and sub, and Chun is out. Peace.